All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakha Kodash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do root well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect and 1/3. And Lord's will, this lesson will be edifying as well as exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakha Kodash. The Wadi Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakha Kodash, forgive me the inspiration to do this lesson. And as the title reads, you see a strike, I see prophecy. All right. The Wadi Bahashem, Yahushai. Just want to do this real quick lesson. Got some information, all right, quote unquote breaking news. But right now, this U.S. port strike, all right, is going viral. And, these are things that we, should be looking for and looking forward to, because these are the right scenarios that are going to play out to lead to what we're reading. All right. So I believe tonight at midnight is when this is supposed to be declared. So we'll wait and see. But I will tell you this, with this strike, okay, and what they're saying and how it will affect Babylon, well, we find that in the scriptures as prophetic events, okay? Now, what I'd like to do is, I don't want to make this long. I got 3 precepts, and then I'm out of here. But it says Babylon port strike set to start Tuesday, which I believe they mean 12 a.m. tonight, Tuesday. It says threatens to cause nationwide shortages and worsen inflation. Okay, I see prophecy. All right, this if this is to come to pass, the outcome of this will be what we find in the scriptures as prophecy. All right. Now, there's so much good articles pertaining to this. I mean, I've seen it say that, anything from food, clothing, holiday toys, booze, all that will be shortages of, or either in high prices. Okay, shortages and high prices are prophesied. Look at this: a strike by dock workers at key U.S. ports. Which also remember, the world is a stage. So I'll put it to you like that too. All right. The world is a stage. They showed you Leave the World Behind, that big ship in its containers. Then months ago, there was shipping containers that couldn't dock. And this is the supply chain. All right. This is where Babylon gets its goodies from. This is where it gets the toys and the teats and all the pleasures and the bundles and everything that Babylonians love to indulge in while they get to prance around in the paradise of pleasure. Well, that paradise cruise of pleasure is getting ready to dock. Okay. It says, let me see. It says the Babylonians alliance, this labor dispute threatens to disrupt national supply chains, delay shipments, and worsen inflation just ahead of the holiday season. Perfect. This is perfect. What others may see as a strike, I see as prophecy. Let me show you. So when you go into Revelations, the 6th chapter, it pertains to the black horse. Now, months ago, I did a lesson on it, as well as other brothers, but I did a lesson titled Road to the Black Horse. And in the movie Civil War, this character right here, this young girl, which I took more pictures of it. I may even put that as a title. She was wearing a shirt in the beginning scene that said Road to, and you couldn't see underneath what it said, but in the middle, it had a black horse. Okay. And if you know Esau Edom, he's all about subliminal messages. Okay. So this was about 5 months ago. Let me see. I did this about 5 months ago. See, 5 months ago. All right. And we're now seeing it play out in real time. So while others see a strike, I see prophecy. Okay. Revelation 6 and 5. And when he had opened the 3rd seal. So are we witnessing the 3rd seal being opened? I heard the 3rd beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse. Are we witnessing a black horse? Oh, do they not have a term called the Black Swan event? Okay. And then the elders was going into their camp about a lot of scenarios playing out. I believe it's called like Frozen October, something like that. I got to rewatch it. Okay. But we are in these times. We're in these times to be taking certain events, looking at them analyzing them, right? As the elders tell us, analyzing them and filtering it with the scriptures and seeing if this can ultimately lead to what? Prophecy. And can it? Absolutely. Absolutely. This absolutely can. Okay, now it says time running out. One thing Esau, I notice he does do is he cries wolf, sees how the public reacts, then he kind of quails it, he shuts it down. Oh, the government might shut down. We don't know where. Then they last minute. So can they last minute change this? Yeah, potentially, or can this become a viral moment in Babylon and it won't cease? Absolutely. So the scenarios are there. Now, this is to continue. If the Lord allows this, this will be a major blow to the economy of Babylon, which will cause heightened prices and also scarcity, i.e. famines. Okay, and this is on the East Coast. Okay, this is on the East Coast. So let me keep going. I might touch a little bit in the articles, see what they got to say. It says, and I beheld and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hands, which the pair of balances go into a yoke, which goes into slavery. And then after that, judgment, where your judgment is in the hands. Okay. It says, and I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. See thou hurt not the oil and the wine. Now the oil and the wine referring to this truth, referring to us prophesying, breaking the scriptures down before the famine of the word. So there's a lot of prophecies we're going to see before the famine of the word comes into effect. But right now is a time for us to be filtering everything with the scriptures, getting the updates and information and the biblical accounts of prophecy through the articles that we're reading. Now, I just want to jump down real quick. And NET, that I heard something like a voice from among the 4 living creatures saying, a quart of wheat will cost a day's pay, and 3 quarts of barley will cost a day's pay. See? So this is showing you that supplies and the demand of it is going to shift on the prices depending on the availability of it. Let's see what else we got. Let me see. I'm just looking through. A measure of wheat for a penny and 3 measures of barley for a penny. Nope, we don't want that. We want the day's wage because that's inflation. This prophecy is speaking about inflation, hyperinflation. All right, that's a lot of money. Okay, a quart of wheat. Let me see. Go back up. Where did I want? Barley. No, we don't want that. Saying. I guess I'll just use the NET. Yeah, a quart of wheat will cost a day's pay. Let's look up real quick. A quart of wheat. Okay, let me see. What is a quart of wheat? What does a quart of wheat cost? Let's see. See if we got anything. Okay, you got Revelations. I'm just curious. If they got anything like a Walmart price, you know. Okay, just checking it out. Look at that. A quart of wheat. Okay, a quart of wheat ain't much. Let's put up a quart of wheat. See what pops up. Look at that. It ain't much. Okay, so a day's pay for a quart of wheat. All right. So what equating that to today? See that? A loaf of bread. Okay, food. Because see, right now Babylon has been so drunk because you've gotten your emergency pizzas, your 50-cent burgers. 2 Ezra 16-21. Oh, it says immediately the storehouses shall be found empty. Behold, victuals. Remember, the word victual means food. Okay. And I'm going to go a little bit to the article. I'm just grabbing some prophetic precepts. Victual, food. Okay. So, behold, food shall be so good, cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in a good case. Yeah. Until prophecy comes to pass. And now let's even look it up. What is wheat used for? Okay, let's see. What is wheat used for? Okay, wheat is used for many things, including food, animal feed, and other products. Right there. Wheat is a staple food that is milled into flour to make many foods such as bread, pasta, crackers, cookies, cakes, and cereals. Protein, fibers. See that? So when it says wheat, what this wheat is referring to is your average everyday living of consumption. Because wheat is used on an all-around basis. So now food everyday product of food is now going to cost a day's pay. See that? It's going to cost a day's pay. So you can make anywhere from $100, $200 to $500 in a day. So now your average eating options and the cost of that is going to change to a day's wage of money. All right. And we're witnessing that scenario or that prophecy can come to pass through this strike. Okay. So we'll see if it plays out. But the point that I want to make in this, I'm trying not to be so long-winded, but the point that I'm trying to make in this is these are the scenarios that will play out to lead to prophecy that we're reading. Because you ask yourself, okay, well, how else will average food costs change to costing up to a day's wage? How would that happen? Right here's an example. See? All right, right here's an example. Let me go into it. Let's see. See, it says worsen inflation. See? So that means whatever it costs now, it's going to become higher. All right. And so much you're like, damn, man, my whole shift, I just gave all my money to get this food. See? So let's see. Just looking, I want to see if any it's going to affect 14 ports from Maine to Texas that handle over 68% of Babylon's containerized imports. That's over half of Babylon's importing goods will be affected. It's going to cost them $5 billion per day. Okay. The economy, this is going to be a major, major blow to the economy. It says shipping delays would likely result in shortages. Oh, in shortages. Let's keep that up. Let's put a storehouse found empty. Look at that. I don't know. Everything's gone. Everything's just gone. Boom. All I put was storehouse found empty, and a scripture comes up. 2 Ezra 6:22. And suddenly, everything was good a week ago. Have you brothers noticed that? This is the trending reaction with Babylon is one day everything could be just fine, and then the next day it's completely different. 1 week it was this, it was that, it was all lights, drum, blah, blah. And the next week, completely different. Let's read this one again, because this makes sense. 2 Ezra 16:21. Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in a good case. Yeah, last week, right? And even then shall evils grow upon earth, which we're seeing, sword, famine, and what? Great confusion. Insomuch suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Why? Because now what is on shelves don't know when it will be replaced or put back on the shelf. So we need to hold on to what we have or triple, quadruple charge for it because there's a scarcity of it or a lack of it. So now the value in it skyrockets. See that? Now the value in it skyrockets because they don't have it in its high commodity like once before. Why? Because there's a strike going on, so distribution is halted. So those that have to hold on or charge more to let go. So this is a beautiful scenario to see play out that will ultimately lead to what? Prophecy. So we're going to wait and see. These are the times that we're in right now, brothers, like what's going on with Amalek. We'll wait and see. What's going on with the election? We'll wait and see. What's going on with the MOT? We'll wait and see. We know what the prophecy is. We're just waiting to see if this in particular scenario is going to spiral into the prophetic events that we're waiting on to happen. Okay. So what I'd like to do is I like that. Let's go back. I want to see, okay, here, who will be affected by port strikes? Let me get, I want AI's version. AI's been, okay, that's that. Okay, let's put what will be affected? What to expect if port strikes, blah, blah, blah. Now, I don't know if they'll let me, but I think you have to pay for this. Shame on them. They might not let me read it. Let's see. Yep, there's the advertisement. Thousands are going to go on strike. See, yep, they won't even let me. They won't even let me. It's okay. It's all right. We already got the news. So let's go down. Okay. What will be affected? Port strike. And that's another thing. The fact that I got to pay to read this reminds me of Ecclesiastes 12 when it says, when they look out the windows, it be darkened. See? So you want me to pay to hear your news when we've been given the prophetic news. So soon there's a time coming where you yourselves, Mr. Information Holder, will not know what information to trust or use to get you out the current situation you're in. So, hey, we'll just move around. Let's go to Reuters. U.S. East Coast port strike looms Tuesday with no talk scheduled. Yep, because you got to understand, Esau can give them the money that they're asking for. And I watched a video that Jake said, we've only asked for $1 raise, $2 raise, or over a period of time, just $5 as a raise. So Esau is not giving in. So you got to, this is a stageflation. Okay, this is staged. They want this to happen. All right, so it's perfect. This is why it says the hands of the wicked shall come upon him, which is the hands of the laborer. So he's forcing the blue collar class to lash out. He's forcing them to stop working, which will cause a chain reaction to the economy of Babylon, which will put the position of the government in a more powerful place pertaining to the public, because the government will have and the public will have not. Okay, let's see what else we got here. I really want to see, like I said, I saw it said booze, clothes, food. I want a list. I'd like a list. We know, but I'd like a list. Food supplier and essential goods. Yep. Actually, let's go like this. Let's put this. What items? We know it's the average every day because it says wheat. Okay, so that's every average everyday items. Is it not letting me back? Oh, I hope my Wi-Fi isn't going out. Okay. All right. Let's see. What items will be affected by port strike? Oh, yep. I seen bananas. Okay. What else we got? I want a list. Give me a laundry list. There we go. There we go. A strike could mean cargo on ships would remain on ships and cargo on land will remain on land until the longshoremen return to work. That squeeze, remember the snake, that squeeze on the supply chain could mean higher prices. Where is it? A quart of wheat, all right, or a measure of average everyday goods will cost a day's pay. An average of everyday goods will cost a day's pay. Let's keep going. On supply chain could mean higher prices for everyday items like fresh produce, clothing, shoes, car parts, building materials, experts say. So this is across the board. Now, if you continue this across the board of scarcity, of famine, what's it going to cause? It's going to cause chaos. It's going to cause people lashing out, and it's going to cause the invading of one another. See what that scarcity is going to do? It ultimately will lead to this. 2 Ezra 15-19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Why? Because, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Do you see how these articles that are being filtered through prophetic events, how it spirals, and it shows us how it's going to play out? Well, first it's going to affect the economy, which then it's going to affect the people, which then it's going to put pressure on the people, and the cost of goods and living is going to go up, which then is going to put vexation of spirit, which is going to cause people to uproar, and then it's going to cause people to lash out on one another because the lack of bread. Oh, wait a minute. Did it just say lack of bread? Hold the phone. Lack of bread. Wait a minute. Lack of bread. Wheat is used to make bread. Is it not? See that? Yes, wheat is used to make bread. So now, if there's a cost of wheat that makes bread goes on the rise, and so much you can't afford that bread, then what's it going to lead to? It's going to lead to you getting bread by the only means you will know how, and that will be by force. See that? So this is all designed, okay? So we're going to wait to see if they go on strike, which I hope that they do. Then that will lead to scarcity, which will lead to inflation, which will lead to lashing out, which will lead to invading one another, civil chaos, okay? civil war, anarchy. All right. So we're going to see and watch. We're going to keep our eye on these things. Okay. So as people see a strike, I see prophecy. So I'm just going to end it there. I just want to do a real quick hit. All right. I went to sit down and another notification popped up. Things are happening. Things are happening all around us. Okay. So it will behoove us not to hide our candle, under a bushel. All right. If you see something, it's time to prophesize about it. All right. So just had to do a real quick hit. Keep your eyes on this news and information. Filter everything with prophecy. And continue to pray and wait for Yahweh Shai. So call halal, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, shalom.